All right, people, welcome back to the show. It's time for another brand new episode of the Politics and Punk Rock Podcast. I am your host, Andrew for America. And how you guys been? It's a lot going on in the news. And today I want to start the show by talking about Diddy. And I don't really want to talk about the Diddy situation and get into the specifics of it. I want to use it as yet another example that should help you illustrate in your mind what's really going on. I want to start by playing a clip by Lenny Boy. Lenny Boy on Instagram. Go follow him. Great content. And he has this little overview about the Diddy situation, and I want to kick it off with this to set up my points. So here we go. Take a look at this.
If you want to understand the Diddy situation, you have to understand what is blackmailing. It's catching someone on camera in a compromising situation and then using the threat of releasing that footage to the public unless the compromised individual does as they're told. We'll give you the big opportunities, the big roles, the big record deals, as long as you follow our treacherous agenda. And I believe most of the big celebrities and politicians are blackmailed. And some are trusted enough to do the actual blackmailing, like a Diddy or an Epstein. But if they become too powerful, or if they cross the wrong guy, or if they become a liability because they have too much information on certain people, then they'll be accused of the worst possible crimes, or they'll die a mysterious death. Most celebrities are owned. Do you think that someone like Taylor Swift is allowed to go on her Instagram and tell her 300 million followers that there's something wrong with the vaccine? Of course not. She has to date Mr. Pfizer and follow the script. If we want to reach our full potential, we have to stop giving them our attention, because unless proving otherwise, these people certainly don't have our best interest at heart.
Always question the official story. Always question the official story. I love how he ends that video there. And he just hit the nail on the head. And what he just said is going to lead me into my point. Before I get to my point, I want to play one more video. And this is a woman. I can't remember who she is. I think she has a show, though, and she has some interesting things to say on this topic as well. So take a look and take a listen to this.
Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged.
Charged.
Jay-Z should be charged.
Charged.
Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him.
Okay, so charged people. She's saying all of these people should be charged with crimes. I think it's becoming pretty freaking obvious to any rational thinking person what's going on. We knew it. My generation, the Gen Xers, knew it back in the Kurt Cobain generation, with the Tupac and Biggie situation, back when he was Puff Daddy, Mr. Sean Combs, right? And, I mean, people, this has been going on for a very long time with the musicians and with the celebrities. They're all controlled. There's a script that they have to stick to, under the threat of losing their lives. And maybe that's part of what it means to sell your soul to these people. Soon as you sell your soul, they got you. They can do with you as they please. And how many times have I played you videos of Katy Perry and Eminem and all of them saying, I didn't have money. I wanted success. I wanted fame. They told me they were going to give me the world. All I had to do was sell my soul. A lot of you still believe that that's bullshit. But what does that mean? What's the bigger picture here? And that's what I want to talk about. It's becoming obvious, people, that all of these celebrities, sports figures, people say sports are scripted and games are fixed. And a lot of people say that all of sports betting is, mafia affiliated and run and monopolized. They fix it all. They fix the diamond exchange. They fix the oil exchange. They definitely fuck with the currencies. Nothing is pure. It doesn't seem to me that very many things run purely honestly and as they should be running. There's always a group of people that want to take control, that want to eliminate market competition, that want to monopolize an industry. And I've always said, when you become famous as a musician or an actor, or you become a really successful sports player, it doesn't matter. There's a certain level of fame and fortune that you are not allowed to get to until you have a meeting with these people and you agree to play the game with them. Same thing with the media. The media is 100% bullshit. You guys know I can't stop talking about that. We've had countless reports. I've told you guys a million times. I've played you video after video after video of CIA involvement in infiltration into media, feeding stories. The CIA literally sends ready-made, pre-packaged stories to be run on news media. They're not telling you the truth. A lot of the people at this high level are following a script. It's all controlled. It will be a deception so vast that the average person will never become aware of it. If you guys have heard it's been going around the social media, the guy talking about the Rockefeller, Freemason, whatever plan for the world, where they say it will be a deception so vast, so grand, so unbelievable that the people will never become aware of it. When I was talking to Jonathan Cooey, we were talking about Alan Dulles and the CIA and William Casey. We will know our disinformation campaign is complete when everything the American people believe is a lie. That's from the horse's mouth, people. Why do we still, as a nation, not believe these people when they tell us exactly how it goes, exactly what they're doing, exactly what they've been doing for years, easily throughout the course of my lifetime, and probably long, long before that? And I know it's such a big concept to wrap your brain around. A lot of people are just like, there's no way it could be that big, that vast. But think about it. You don't think they haven't had 50, 60, 70, 100 years to work out the kinks, to figure out how exactly to control people, how to create mass formation psychosis so that millions of people will make decisions against their best interests because of psychological manipulation, ideological subversion? Why do you think there's no fighting in the streets in the United States of America? Why do you think we Americans, for years, and I felt this way when I was a kid, why do we grow up believing that there's no way that anything bad could ever happen here in the States? How is it that there's wars and people killing each other and slavery and murder and rape and genocide happening in countries all over the world, dictators and terrorist organizations doing unspeakable things to innocent people all over the world, But we here in America think that, oh, there's no way that any of that could happen here. Why? What creates that belief in our minds? Is it because we are undefeatable because of our military industrial complex? Offensively eliminating competition around this world? I told you in the last episode, Alan Dulles, all these old school CIA guys, they would squash liberal, progressive governments that were on the rise in countries around the world. They used to squash populist movements, uprisings, governments that were going to take control and were becoming too powerful in certain nations. I've told you guys countless times about Mr. John Perkins, author of the book Confessions of an Economic Hitman, where he admits to going around the world and trying to talk these communist dictators, these populist leaders to take structural adjustment loans. Here, let American corporations lend you the money because you clearly don't have the money to take care of your people. You know what? We'll take care of your people. And all you got to do is sign over the rights to all of your natural resources that you have in this country. We're going to bring our companies over and we're going to make you rich and we're going to take care of your people. And you're going to go down in history as the most amazing president or world leader that the world's ever seen. And then what happens? Then the other shoe drops after you take on that structural adjustment loan that you cannot pay for. They cannot pay it off. What happens? Then they say, okay, well, can't pay your debts. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to give us total control of everything that goes on in your country, and you're going to vote the way we want you to vote when we go to the United Nations and discuss policy. That's how they control the world. The military-industrial complex. And they have not had a threat for many, 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 many years. Not a real threat. There's been threats that they've told you were threats that were obviously not threats. Iraq was never a threat. Kuwait, never. Iran, possibly if they're nuclear, but no. Israel and China are more of a threat to the United States. And Russia are more of a threat to the United States than any other country in the world, in my opinion. So that's how they control the world. So now think about how they're controlling people in the news media, in sports, and in entertainment. Same method. And we'd found that out with the Epstein stuff. Now we're finding it out again with the Diddy stuff. People, that's how they do it. I've told you on shows previously about Ice Cube. Ice Cube coming out and saying on the Bill Maher show that they tell us what songs can get through and what songs can't. Certain people get kickbacks for talking about certain topics like gangster rap. And I've told you before about that meeting that they had back in the day where all these record executives and all these hip hop artists were invited to a room where they said, hey, we want you to do X, Y, and Z. We want you to talk about these topics and we're going to reward you handsomely. And if you take the blood oath and you sell your soul, we'll make you rich and famous beyond your wildest dreams. But what's the cost? The cost is you will do as you are told. You will follow the script, or we will get rid of you. P. Diddy didn't kill himself, people. Epstein didn't kill himself, people. You don't think they're not going to eliminate this problem when you know too much of their secrets? Kobe Bryant, think that story is pure? Think that helicopter really just went down? The Titanic, you really think that unsinkable ship just sank? You really think the Twin Towers came crumbling down at free fall speed like a controlled demolition? Because two planes flew into the far top floors of the building, which normally under normal circumstances would not have structurally affected a building that was created with such strength, the steel, and the method that they used. Donald Trump was on the radio after 9/11 saying there must have been bombs in the building because there's no way a structure that solid would have fallen to the ground. These stories continue to pile up over time, people. And they all point to the same thing. And what have I told you people about the truth in the past? The way you know something is probably the truth is because over time, the truth keeps coming back, showing itself again and again and again and again, and never goes away. And most people don't believe it because it's not revealed to us directly. For a lot of you people, if you don't see it on TV, you don't believe it's real. And that's the success of the television set. The most evil, manipulative, brainwashing tool, invention that drastically changed and altered the course of humanity. It was a tool placed in your living room by people that do not give a fuck about you. And it's working. And it's been working masterfully ever since the 50s when they released it out on the market. And I bet you they had that technology long before the 50s. They just decided to release it to the market in the 50s, much like the smartphone. You know that they had the smartphone technology ready to rock long before they started mass producing it and selling it to you people. There's a reason why actual artistic music, you don't get to hear that anymore. Music today is a bunch of brainless, mindless nonsense. There's no balls, there's no soul in it. And that was by design. Take a look at this. I got a clip of ODB, Old Dirty Bastard, and Method Man from the Wu-Tang Clan talking about this stuff back in the day. And again, don't take my word for it, people. Take it from the people that lived it. Take it from the horse's mouth. Take a listen. Take a look at this.
Corniest shit get the most airplay. You know what I mean? The most unconscious shit get the most airplay. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
The government.
Yeah, and then run up on me talking about keep it real. Don't run up on me say keep it real if you ain't supporting the real. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line.
The government brainwash our people with the mind control theory.
There it is.
That's what they do. So that makes our people like it. They keep playing that same song. The same song keep playing, you start to like it. You start to get probed with it. You start to get
programmed
with it. So then for the clone exists, then it just takes over. It takes over the human body. It takes over the spirit. It takes over the soul. And therefore, behold, that's what you got. That's what dirty is here for. Dirty here just to keep it dirty. Dirty, 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 where we all come from. You know what I mean? You can't forget that. And
gee, I wonder why they got rid of ODB, people.
And trying to run up into to the moon and to the Mars and build these cities, you know, that already been built for trillions of years.
All day, Bob.
All right. And, you know, people, you don't think the people in control saw that and didn't say to themselves, all right, ODB, you're too powerful, you're too rich and popular, and your voice is going to be heard by lots of people because of your celebrity. You can't be saying shit like that. Just like Lenny Boy said, Taylor Swift with her 300 million followers, she can't come out and say controversial things because she'll get clipped. Sometimes I wonder if the Kelsey brothers took the blood oath and joined the big club. I see those two everywhere now. You can't, in fact, people, from this day forward, if you don't want to believe in anything that I'm telling you today on this episode or that I've been talking about for the last 3-4 years, you just watch as time marches on. And when you see someone of mediocre fame and success in music or in Hollywood, all that kind of stuff, and you all of a sudden overnight see them just go meteoric, just an unbelievable jump and rise in celebrity and popularity worldwide. You should in that moment say to yourself, I wonder if this person took the blood oath. I wonder if they sold their souls. I wonder if they joined the club, the big club that runs everything. You got to ask yourself. It's becoming too obvious. It's becoming too apparent. And Cat Williams recently, I shared a clip of him saying, I don't want to butcher it. I'll play it for you. I'll go find it here in a second. I'll play it for you. But he's saying that there's God's side and everybody else, and these people are not on God's side. They may be Satan, devil worshiping, whatever, Luciferians, right? And he said on paper they have a better team because they have all the riches and control and resources and power. But he said, let's get on the line, boy, and let's see if that matters when push comes to shove. And I love that video because I think more people need to realize how this world actually works. And when push finally does come to shove, as it is inevitably going to do at some point, especially in the United States of America, you better know in your heart of hearts what you're going to need to do. And some of us have already made that decision. People that joined the military took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And that oath is live and active until our dying breaths, for those of us that believe in it, for those of us that meant it when we said those words. And I don't want to be all fear porn, people, but if the day comes, you better be ready. And, in that Cat Williams clip, he said, in the year 2024, all deceptions, all truth will be revealed. And it's starting to happen. A lot of truth is starting to be revealed. And this whole Diddy situation, by the way, is making the QAnon movement, remember QAnon? Making a lot of that conspiratorial bullshit seem like there is some validity to it, some truth to it. Don't you think? The Isaac Cappy situation, people, Chester Bennington, Chris Cornell, Avicii, people, how much more does the world need to provide to you before you let it sink in, before you internalize, before you understand finally what's really going on, how this world actually works? Why is there not war in the streets in the United States of America yet? How come we've been exempt from it for so long? Well, because we've kept power and control. And you can say that the CIA's methods, the military industrial complex, the intelligence community's methods are evil. Mind control and brainwashing people to believe certain things. Killing and destroying people and buildings and whatever, civilizations all around the world. It reminds me of that line from A Few Good Men. You enjoy the freedom with which I provide, but then you question the means by which I provide it. It's like, are you being ungrateful for living in a world where you don't have to be faced with murder, death, genocide every day of your life, at least not publicly? The media's job is to make it seem like everything's fine, or it used to be that way. And now they put it in your face quite a bit, and they scare the shit out of you and make you believe that the sky is going to fall, right? But either way, you can see the propaganda. You can see the control. You can see the social engineering. You can see the brainwashing. Now more than ever, in this coming new world, all truths will be revealed. Allegedly. So what do you think, people? Am I completely off base with this? Or am I on to something? Have all of these celebrities over the years been trying to tell you something? I mean, geez. Who am I thinking of? Justin Bieber. Look at the Justin Bieber thing now. He's people. I mean, if he wasn't a prime example of a young child star that got walked right into this big club, this satanic cult, or whatever you want to call them. I mean, Britney Spears, are you kidding me? I mean, Monarch, mind control. Disney is at the heart of a lot of this. Everything you see on Disney and Nickelodeon, there is a dark underworld behind the happy, joy way they present things to you through their, Walt Disney's magical stories, cartoons over the years. You don't think that isn't mind control and propaganda, people? Oh, boy. It's deep. I know it's unbelievable. Sometimes it's hard to believe because they have done such a masterful job of pulling the wool over your eyes with their magic tricks, with their smoke and mirrors, with their occult rituals, with their secret knowledge, all utilized to keep the power and control in the hands of a very, very small group of people I like to call the big club. I'm going to hit a commercial break, people. Go grab a beverage, strap on your seatbelts, and I'll be right back.
This is the sound of your ride home with Dad after he caught you vaping. Awkward, isn't it? Most vapes contain seriously addictive levels of nicotine and disappointment. Know the real cost of vapes. Brought to you by the FDA.
At Sierra, discover top workout gear at incredible prices, which might lead to another discovery. Your headphones haven't been connected this whole time. Awkward. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
ABC Thursdays.
Welcome back.
Grey's Anatomy is all new.
Why didn't you tell me you were pregnant?
The drama going down.
Bungee jumping from the bridge, his cord snapped.
We need all hands on deck.
Is unbelievable.
You think you're God's gift to this hospital?
You're just another doctor.
My relationship with Catherine is complicated.
I'm gonna sue you.
Your lawyers know where to find me.
You're unbelievable.
Grey's Anatomy. All new Thursdays, 10/9 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
All right, people, welcome back to the show. And here we go. Take a listen to this awesome clip from Mr. Cat Williams.
Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. It's all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. They got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. Wow.
I mean, people. The man has a point. The man has a point, people. I love that so much. Here, I gotta show you guys this other video. Let's keep with the theme, and I'm just gonna show you guys some stuff here. Take a listen to Mr. Andy Frisella.
People are going to give up their fucking power at this point in time after the crimes they just committed against humanity. If you think they're going to give up power at this point in time when the pendulum is swinging back and they could be potentially held accountable, you're fucking insane. They're not going to give it up. It's not going to be voted out. It's going to have to come from a total cultural rejection of everything that they do. It's non-compliance. It's saying no. Because if no one obeys, there is no power. They have no power. And so we must remove their power by being non-compliant to the things that they want us to react to. And that's only going to get harder to do because the things they're going to start doing, I believe, are going to be incredibly damaging. So we'll see how it goes. If you think that...
Okay, so we'll see how it goes. But he has a point there. And Cat Williams has a point there. People, I know it's a lot to take in, but at some point, you're going to have to accept the truth, accept the reality of what's happening, and then you're going to arrive at a fork in the road. And you're going to have to make a decision. Do I want to go back to my blue-pilled fairy tales and make-believe life? The ciphered dilemma, right? Or am I going to say, is somebody going to say to me, here's the red pill, you're going to take the red pill, and then they're going to say to you, welcome to the real world. Go watch The Matrix, people. You'll understand a lot about the real world through that fictitious fantasy world that they portray to you in the Matrix movies, okay? And what do you think? What do you think about my theory about celebrities being controlled? I got another celebrity that's no longer with us that is going to tie right back in to the story here, people. Give me a minute to find this clip, and I'm sure you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. Here we go.
I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. And I think that's what I sussed when I was 16 and 12, way down the line. But I expressed it differently all through my life. It's the same thing I'm expressing all the time, but now I can put it into that sentence that I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, you know. If anybody can put on paper what our government and the American government, etc., and the Russian, Chinese, what they are actually trying to do, you know, and what they think they're doing, I'd be very pleased to know what they think they're doing. I think they're all insane, you know, but I'm liable to be put away as insane for expressing that. You know, that's what's insane.
Yeah, people, it's 100% insane. It's 100% insane. The way the world actually works is 100% insane. And that's why most people don't want the truth. They want a set of stories that will make them comfortable and satisfied. The world that has been presented to you since birth is created engineered and carried out specifically to keep your mind locked into this matrix fantasy world so that you never look past the boundaries, the rules, the regulations, the laws, the social stigmas, the cultural mores, right? Or lack thereof. The morals, values, and principles, or lack thereof. It's all fabricated. I don't know how else to put it. It's simply the way it is. And it's probably never going to change so long as we ignore it and pretend it's not there. So long as we say to ourselves, there's no way any of this conspiracy stuff could ever be true. Like a fucking dipshit, moron, imbecile that does not know or is not capable of exercising logical, rational thought, critical analysis, tying timelines together, chronologies of events, history, precedents. I love you guys. I know I'm tough to listen to sometimes. I'm trying to show you the real world. And it is not going to be an easy thing for a lot of people to accept. I know. That's why I try to say it in a voice like this. I'm sorry. Run away from fear and run towards love. Run away from lies and run towards the truth. For you, for me, for all of us. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through it. All you gotta do is find the courage and the strength to accept the real world as it truly is. And that's how we start making progress towards something better. This podcast is for intelligent truth seekers that love punk rock music and have an earnest desire to save the world. That's why I'm here. And if you're still listening to me run my mouth, then I can only assume that that's why you are here with me. I'm going to hit one more commercial break. I'm going to come back and I'm going to run you some interesting research I found about Mr. Donald Trump from a great Instagram creator that I really like, Susie Q's. And then we're going to play some punk rock and we're going to get out of here. I love you guys. Hang tight and I'll be right back. All right, people, welcome back. I want to share this with you. Take a look at this interesting video. Susie Q's on Instagram. Go give her a follow. Great informative content. But take a look at this video she put together about Trump. And then I'm going to tell you probably why I'm not going to vote this year at the federal level for the next president of the United States. Probably goes without saying. But anyway, let's start with this. Take a look and take a listen to this
I'm a very strict and focused businesswoman because working for Diddy for 6 years trained me to have to be perfect.
Working for Diddy?
Absolutely.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
Really?
Is he a good guy?
Wow.
I don't want to answer that question.
Oh, wow. I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
I am a very strict.
Okay. So, hold on one sec. Sorry. There we go. I had to turn it off in my ear. What do you think of that? So there's Trump on whatever show that was, and that girl was in some girl group, I think. I forget her name. I forget what the group was called. I remember seeing her out and about in San Diego back in the day when I was bartending out there. She was at the club quite a bit. But there's Trump saying he's all for it. He's Diddy's his homie. I mean, what? What do you think? Here, I got another video I want to show you guys. Here we go. Hold on one sec. Let me bring this up. I'm getting sloppy here. Here we go. Check this out.
What in the assassination? Is your ear fully recovered? Is there a scar? Do you have any string damage from?
Pretty much recovered, yeah. I'm a fast healer. It's a hell of a shot, but I'm a fast healer. Yeah, pretty much recovered. No, it didn't hit that. I got very lucky. It just hit the lobe, as they call it.
On your ear?
Yeah, a little bit, not much. One time.
Oh shit!
Okay, so I don't know what you guys think about that. God, there was another video I wanted to play for you. Let's see here. Nope, that's not it. Hold on one sec. Anyway, shit. Here, let's take a look at this. Oh, man, here we go.
A big, beautiful crowd. I wish the fake news back there would show it. I wish they'd spin their cameras and show it because nobody would believe it. You know, the other day, Biden was saying, I got big crowds, meaning him. He gets big crowds. He doesn't know what a big... And there were like 93 people there. 93, you know what that is? That's where the front row Joes sit, right here, 93. We got more than 93 front row Joes. Hello, Butler, and hello to Pennsylvania. I'm thrilled to be back in this beautiful Commonwealth with thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots, and that's what you are, and we got to bring them.
All right, so I want to point something out on this. Excuse me. So if you look at this, what Susie talks about here, so this is going to get a little occultish and a little numerology-ish here. And I told you, where I'm going with all this, people, is that there's question marks with Trump that aren't the official narrative. Like the woke left's criticism and hatred of Trump. Oh, he's a racist. He's a felon. Who could vote for a piece of shit like that? He's a misogynist, blah, 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 right? Yes, there are that camp, the woke, the Trump derangement syndrome people. That's a whole thing, right? But my questions about Trump are way different. My questions are on an occult Kabbalah level. Here, look at this right here. So this is saying, Susie Q's is saying, the Trump's alleged shooter was in a BlackRock commercial. We saw that. She's trying to connect this number stuff to, here we go. Number 93 was right next to his head. Donald Trump opened his speech on the day of the shooting by saying 93 multiple times. I mean, maybe there's some connection. If he's Norman Vincent Peale's greatest student, Mr. Trump, his 33rd degree Freemason buddy, mentor that married him in his church that I've told you about. And look at this right here. The trailer of the CBS series called Strange Angel about Thelemite Jack Parsons, the rocket scientist. I've told you about Jack Parsons before. Creating rockets to pierce the firmament, right? Includes the number 93 on Aleister Crowley's Seal of Babylon and the Seal of Saturn. Seal of Saturn is used in masonry and by the royal family. Strange Angel was released on Trump's birthday. I believe Trump is Crowley's moonchild. The owner of the Twin Towers is currently 93 years old, Larry Silverstein. We all know about him. And why is all this relevant? I don't know. It's just interesting if you get into this stuff, how they connect the dots with the number, the numerology and the occult symbolism and all that kind of shit, right? And Larry Silverstein right here, people, you know, is the guy that took out an insurance policy on the Twin Towers before they went down. And I posted a meme on my Instagram for those of you that follow me on social media. It was a side-by-side picture of J.P. Morgan, owner of the Titanic, and Larry Silverstein, owner of the Twin Towers. Two men that collected the largest insurance payouts in history. You really mean to tell me there isn't some secret society, ritualistic connections going on behind the scenes, right? And, you know, people, this is my point. I'm going to get to the point because I know I'm all over the place here. And we're going to get to some punk rock. Here's why I don't think I'm going to vote this year. The Kamala Harris waltz thing is, I mean, I don't even need to get into it. That's self-evident why you can't take that ticket seriously. But there's a lot of people that I think are going to vote for Trump, and I think he's probably going to win in a landslide. And whether or not he is Aleister Crowley's moonchild, whether or not he is the Antichrist, whether or not he is Norman Vincent Peale's greatest pupil of all time, a guy that sat on the Oprah Winfrey show a decade or so before he actually ran for president, saying that he'd probably never run for president, but if things got bad enough, he wouldn't rule it out. That was predictive programming, 100%. Oprah's connected to these people. You all know that. I rest my case. People, I love you guys. I don't know if you can vote for Kamala Harris or Waltz. I don't know if you can vote for Trump, Vance, and RFK Jr. If he's going to be in the cabinet. Be very critical of the Weinstein brothers, people. Be critical of Rogan and Sean Ryan. Next episode, I'm going to play you guys a clip of Sean Ryan on the Joe Rogan show. I got a lot of questions about those two guys now. And anyway, I hope this was an educational, informative episode. Go to the website, politicsandpunkrockpodcast.com, buy some merch. Check out the blog section. Check out the show notes. Some lyrics and stories are up on the blog section. Follow me on all the social media. Follow me on Rumble. Follow me on Odyssey, X, Facebook, and Instagram. And it's time to play some All right, people, let's go. It's time to play some punk rock. And this is a video episode. I forgot to tell you guys, if you want to watch this episode, go over to Spotify or Rumble or Odyssey or X. I am posting all of my episodes, full length audio and video shows. Not only on my RSS feed can you pick them up, but now you can watch on X, Rumble, and Odyssey. So please go give me a follow. Ladies and gentlemen, making their return to the Politics and Punk Rock podcast. One of the best fucking punk rock bands to ever live. Here's Strung Out with their video for their song, New Gods.
True heart, they're coming after you. No one's gonna pull you through. Spiders in your throat, light in your chest that won't die out. We are the prototypes and our hearts beat automatic. We turn on, tune in and tune out. Our religion is how we choose to live and die. New gods coming from a stereo. Turn it up, never gonna let you go. Everybody now, you gotta get right before you make the world go by. New gods tonight, they're gonna save you. So light it up, you know you're gonna get through. Sing alone or walk alone, I'll always be with you. One true, one love, it's all death from above. One me, one you, still we ain't nothing new. We are divine, we are wasted space and time. Who made who? Who made you? Who needs who? New gods coming from a stereo. Turn it up, never gonna let you go. Everybody now, you gotta get right before you make the world go by. New gods tonight, they're gonna save you. So light it up, you know you're gonna get through. Sing alone or walk alone, we'll always be with you. We fight it only when we lose our way. Always holding on when we should have given it away. If you got a plan, don't waste your time. If you show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Man, I love those guys. That's one of my favorite bands of all time. That was Strung Out with their song New Gods. And I got to read these lyrics to you before we get out of here, you guys. Because they're awesome and they hold a special place in my heart. True hearts, they're coming after you. No one's going to pull you through. Spiders in your throat and the light in your chest that won't die out. We are the prototypes, and our hearts beat automatic. We turn on, tune in, and tune out. Our religion is how we choose to live and die. I like to call that religion anarchy, but I'm going to talk about that in another episode. New gods coming from the stereo. Turn it up. Never going to let you go. Everybody knows you gotta get right before you make the world your fight. I've already made the world my fight. It's too late for me. New gods tonight, they're gonna save you. So light it up. You know you're gonna get through. Sing alone or walk alone will always be with you. God. Jason Cruz, man. One truth, one love. It's all death from above. One me, one you. Still we ain't nothing new. We are divine. We are wasted space and time. Who made you? Who made who? And who needs who? Man, new gods coming from the stereo. Turn it up. Never gonna let you go. Everybody know you gotta get right before you make the world your fight. New gods tonight, they're gonna save you, so light it up. You know you're gonna get through. Sing alone or walk alone. We'll always be with you. I'll always be with you guys too. Punk rock will never die, people. Go check out Strung Out. And I hope you enjoyed this show today. Next episode is episode 200. And I got some fun stuff planned, so I hope you guys will tune in. And I hope you've been enjoying the show. If you would, leave me a 5-star review on whatever platform you are listening to or watching on. And, you know, tell your friends, share your favorite podcast episode, spread the word about my little tiny, teeny show in this new world of alternative media. It's so saturated. There's a lot of great stuff out there, though, but you have to go seek it out and discover it. It's not going to come to you. So if you want to help your fellow Americans get on the same page with shit, send them one of your favorite of my episodes. And let's be the Paul Revere, running through the streets, notifying the citizens that the fucking British are coming. Or in this case, notify them and let them know that the big club, it's coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I love you guys. We'll see ya soon on episode 200. We'll see ya next time. This has been episode 199 of the Politics and Punk Rock Podcast, entitled Honeypot. Honeypot's about blackmail, people, and espionage and secrets. We'll see you next time.
The Secret Covenant. An illusion it will be, so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. Those who will see it will be thought of as insane. We will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goals will be accomplished one drop at a time, so as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the absolute. We will work together always, as will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak, while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways, so that they will never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators, and sedatives in food and water, also in the air. They will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn. The soft metals will cause them to lose their minds. We will promise to find a cure from our many fronts, Yet we will feed them more poison. The poisons will be absorbed through their skin and mouth. They will destroy their minds and reproductive systems. From all this, the children will be born dead, and we will conceal this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything that surrounds them, in what they drink, eat, breathe, and wear. We must be ingenious in dispensing the poisons, for they can see far. We will teach them that the poisons are good, with fun images and musical tones. Those they look up to will help. We will enlist them to push our poisons. They will see our products used in film and grow accustomed to them, and will never know their true effects. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into the blood of their children and convince them it's for their help. We will start early on when their minds are young. We will target their children with what children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill their mind and steal their future. When their ability to learn has been affected, we will create medicine that will make them sicker and create other diseases, for which we will create yet more medicine. We will render them docile and weak before us with our power. They will grow more depressed, slow, and obese, and when they come to us for help, we will give them more poison. We will focus their attention towards money and material goods so that they may never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasures, and games so they may never be one with the oneness of it all. Their minds will belong to us and they will do what we say. If they refuse, we shall find ways to implement mind-altering technology into their lives. We will use fear as our weapon. We will establish their governments and establish opposites within. We will own both sides. We will always hide our objective but carry out our plan. They will perform the labor for us and we shall prosper from their toil. Our families must never mix with theirs. Our blood must be pure always, for it is the way. We will make them kill each other when it suits us. We will keep them separated from the oneness by dogma and religion. We will control all aspects of their lives and tell them what to think and how. We will guide them kindly and gently, letting them think they are guiding themselves. We will foment animosity among them through our factions. When a light shall shine among them, we shall extinguish it by ridicule or death, whichever suits us best. We will make them rip each other's hearts apart and kill their own children. We will accomplish this by using hate as our ally, anger as our friend. The hate will blind them totally, and never will they see that from their conflict. We emerge as their rulers. They will be busy killing each other. They will bathe in their own blood and kill their neighbors for as long as we see fit. We will benefit greatly from this, for they will not see us, for they cannot see us. We will continue to prosper from their wars and from their deaths. We shall repeat this over and over until our ultimate goal is accomplished. We will continue to make them live in fear and anger through images and sounds. We will use all the tools we have to accomplish this. The tools will be provided by their labor. We will make them hate themselves and their neighbors. We will always hide the divine truth from them, that we are all one. This they must never know. They must never know that a man's color is an illusion. They must always think they are not equal. Drop by drop, drop by drop, we shall advance our goal. We will take over their land, resources, and wealth to exercise total control over them. We will deceive them into accepting laws that will steal the little freedom they will have. We will establish a money system that will imprison them forever, keeping them and their children in debt. When they shall band together, we shall accuse them of crimes and present a different story to the world, for we shall own all the media. We will use our media to control the flow of information and their sentiment in our favor. When they shall rise up against us, we shall crush them like insects, for they are less than that. They will be helpless to do anything, for they will have no weapons. We will recruit some of them to help us carry out our plans. We will promise them eternal life, but eternal life they will never have, for they are no of us. The recruits will be called initiates and will be indoctrinated to believe false rites of passage to higher realms. Members of these groups will think that they are one with us, never knowing the truth. They must never learn this truth, for they will turn against us. For their work, they will be rewarded with earthly things and great titles, but never will they become immortal and join us. Never will they receive the light and travel to the stars. They will never reach the higher realms, for the killing of their own kind will prevent passage to that realm of enlightenment. This they will never know. The truth will be hidden in their face so closely they will be unable to focus upon it until it's too late. Oh yes, so grand will the illusion of freedom be that they will never know they are our slaves. When all is in a place, the reality we have created for them will be their prison. They will live in self-delusion. When our goal is accomplished, a new era of domination will begin. Their minds will be bound by their beliefs, the beliefs that we have established from time immemorial. But if they ever find out that they are our equals, we shall perish then. This they must never know. If they ever find out that together they can vanquish us, they will take action. They must never ever find out what we have done, for if they do, we shall have no place to run. For it will be easy to see who we are once the veil has fallen. Our actions shall have revealed who we are, and they will hunt us down, and no person shall give us shelter. This is the secret covenant by which we shall live the rest of our present and future lives, for this reality shall transcend many generations and lifespans. The covenant is sealed by blood, our blood. We are the ones from heaven to earth came. The covenant must never ever be known to exist. It must never ever be written or spoken of, for it is. The consciousness it will spawn will release the fury of the prime creator upon us, and we shall be cast into the depths from whence we came and remain there until the end of infinity itself. Author unknown. But many believe it was written by J.D. Rockefeller.